Have you ever thought to yourself about becoming a substitute teacher and thinking to yourself, you know what? I'm a content creator, so I'm gonna go around filming kids without their knowledge and say some wild, wacky fucking shit about them. Recently, a substitute teacher, also now being known as the Studstitute teacher, has been fired after only a day of being a sub for her inappropriate comments towards a young female individual at the school. Now, regardless if you think this person is a sexual predator or they're just somebody who made an incredibly stupid mistake, at the end of the day, you cannot deny the fact that the comments made about this young lady were inappropriate, 100%. And anybody who wants to go ahead and say otherwise, I think it's time we check your hard drive.
We got a new hustle unlocked. I'm a school teacher now. Little brothers. Let's get the day rolling. Who would have ever thought? Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Have a good day. Today was really a breeze. My kids ain't have to do too much, man. To be honest, I let them do whatever they want to do. Yes, I'm that type of teacher. Took me a little lunch break. Yeah, they got it going on at this junk. They stay bound. Okay, then. Damn, shorty. Sheesh. Man, I gotta get up out these school kids trying to take me down, man. Then I look so young. I look like one of them.
And a now since deleted TikTok where Miata Borders, also known as the Handmaiden CEO, had made some inappropriate comments towards some of the students at Lake Cormont High School in Mississippi. Notably, she made a comment about one of the young female students there being a shorty. For those of you who don't know, oftentimes when somebody uses the term shorty, they're more so meaning like a boo thing, somebody who is, you know, their squeeze. But in her own response, she claims that the word shorty, in her terminology, simply meant somebody that was smaller than her, shorter than her, younger than her, which are all reasons to, you know, not be recording her, especially when she doesn't even know that you're recording her. And when it seems as though you were trying to hide the fact that you were recording any of the kids. Now, this 24-year-old substitute teacher has lost both of her jobs, her substituting job, along with the job that she had had for a year previous to this. Now, since this whole debacle has occurred, you can go ahead and say that Miata has not really taken it very well. In fact, she's now made a Twitter where she has turned around and said a lot of crazy shit. But let's get to her response video and see exactly what it is that she wants you to understand about this situation.
As you guys may know, I am the substitute that was recently fired from teaching because of my TikTok. It's honestly so sad how sick the world is that you guys automatically mischaracterize me fully without further context. I'm a content creator. I record everything I do, so it was typical for me. And as you guys know, if you create content, you will know that everything you see is not what you get. Majority of the content that you do see was recorded while I was alone. It looked as if I had a class, but I did not have a class, and the school knows that. I did not have a class. I had nothing but free time. Aside from the body camera that was already recording, everything else was recorded when I was alone. And as I explained to Lake Cormont when I first arrived, this was my very first time subbing ever. I had absolutely no idea that I couldn't record students, or else I definitely wouldn't have done it. I truly would have honestly recorded myself if I knew it was an issue with recording students. I went on TikTok before I worked, and that's what I seen. I am by far no predator or anything close to it.
Now, you see, this is my very first issue with this apology. Well, actually, it's going to be my top issue out of the first two. First and foremost, how is it that you are becoming an educator and you are unaware of the fact that it is oftentimes illegal to actually be recording somebody, let alone somebody younger than you? First and foremost, most states have a two-party consent law where you actually have to get the consent of the individual or individuals to actually record them. Secondly, how could you even think about the fact that you should be recording students? You are supposed to be an educator, or at least you're supposed to be a sub-educator. And if you are going to be recording these students, you should at least get their permission first. I don't understand how it is that you're able to become a substitute without actually knowing this. Like, seriously, what seems to be the hiring standards for Mississippi over there? I go back to the old joke of George Carlin where he says that eventually all you're going to need is a pencil to get into college. And I can't stress to you enough how much this situation actually makes me believe this, considering the fact that this person is in fact college educated. Although although the situation here would say otherwise. Now, my second problem with this is, how exactly does you being a content creator excuse anything? I'm not exactly sure if you know this, but there's hundreds of thousands, if not millions of content creators creating content every single day, having zero recordings of children in their content to speak of. Just because you want to be a content creator doesn't absolve you from your mistakes, nor does it make it for an excuse. You are supposed to be even more mindful. If you are going to be a content creator, you should already acknowledge that anything and everything you do is going to be under scrutiny because you're putting it out there. Being a content creator is not an excuse for doing something stupid.
That is insane for it even to be put on to me. I truly just thought I was doing something good for the youth. Like, honestly, and I was enjoying it. I wasn't going to make a video, but I've been receiving an awful amount of hate. I felt like it was necessary for me to clear my name up. I truly do apologize for how it may seem, but my slang and terminology is much different than yours. But none of the kids knew they were being recorded at any point. And I do apologize for this once again. I truly do, but I had no idea this was prohibited. I assure you that it would have not been posted. What I meant by shorty and the terminology the kids were going to take me down were absolutely not what you guys took them as. Those kids were smaller than me, shorter than me, younger than me. They are shorties. They are young. That absolutely means nothing with flirting. My terminology is much different from you guys. So I said the kids were going to take me down, as in a phrase of the kids all together. That absolutely did not mean anything sexual. That is sick to even think of that. I am a content creator. I am known. The kids knew me. They were supporters of mine. So I say the kids were going to take me down. That means as the same way that supporters do anybody else that they support. I'm no different from them. I handle myself more than properly. I do have a fan base. I do have supporters. I do have people that know me. Those kids already had knew me previously. It was several kids coming up to me trying to see, am I that person? That's what I meant by take me down, all hassling me at once is what I meant. Absolutely didn't mean anything sexual from kids. That is sick. Those are kids, so they see me as somebody famous. They were all entouraging me at one time. That's what I meant. I find it sick that you guys would assume that I'd be saying that phrase in any other way.
Now, see, she continues to go on talking about how she's a content creator. She's a content creator as if it's some sort of get out of jail free card or an excuse for her inability to realize just the gravity of what it is that she was doing, or the lack of what she was doing, educating the youth. And just because your terminology is different from somebody else, you are an educator. And just like you like to say it so often, you are also a content creator. You need to be vigilant about the things it is that you say or do, simply because you're putting it out on the internet for the rest of the world to see. You want to talk about how we're judging you without any context? Well, you're giving us the context. We're judging you based off of the persona you put online, the videos you put, the TikToks, the Facebook, the Twitter, the new Twitter that you just created and are going crazy on. And it's even funnier too, because this woman sits here and talks about how, oh, she wants to be a part of the youth. She was doing it for the kids. I've never known a teacher to go ahead and record kids calling them shorties, talking about how they're going to take them down, and it was for their benefit. Also, I have a question. Were you thinking about the kids when you went ahead and posted this? Here you are on Twitter not too long ago, very shortly after all of this incident occurred, talking about, yeah, see, this the type of shit I'm finna be on. Quote tweeting Teji Thought, saying studs be mythical creatures, because how the fuck do you look like that bent over? And when you click on the actual posting, well, you get this. Obviously, this is blurred for a reason, but you can understand exactly what it is that we're seeing here. But guys, remember, she was videotaping the kids for themselves. She was doing this for the kids. How exactly do you expect us to believe anything it is that you're saying when your actions following this situation seem to point in a direction that you just are not somebody stable for any of this? You're not somebody stable for the internet. You're not somebody stable for teaching kids. You're not somebody stable, period.
This was a voiceover I added way after I left the school. Again, it was an additional voiceover. It was not recorded. On the videos, it was nothing saying I was cheering the school on. There was an additional voiceover that I added after I mashed the videos up. I am truly so sorry that you guys are not familiar with me or my terminology, but I absolutely meant no harm. The entire 2 days that I worked at Lake Carmine, I did nothing but my job. I was to myself. Not one single kid that could say that I did or said anything inappropriate my time at Lake Carmine those 2 days. It was truly just a misunderstanding. But now that I see with creating content, it's easy to misunderstand and misinterpret things because everyone is free to their own opinions. That doesn't mean just automatically mischaracterize me. Like, truly, like, honestly, you guys, I would truly have to be an idiot to know that I'm doing something wrong that would lead to this much and still do it. I absolutely did not know. What I said in a voiceover was absolutely not meant how you guys took it. I just talk very differently. My slang is different. I do realize that those are students and I am an adult. I should have been way more professional with my word choicing. But again, the kids had absolutely no clue there was an additional voiceover that I added on TikTok. I do realize the mistake I made, honestly and truthfully. I was just in a moment being myself. I wasn't thinking inappropriately at all. I'm still learning. I am aware of that, but I honestly truly didn't know, you guys. Like I just didn't.
So now she's admitting to the fact that she actually did the voiceover where she was calling somebody a shorty and talking about how the kids were gonna take her down. So what you're telling me is that you recorded this child in almost a sneaky way, and I know you're asking yourself, Kmplxity, how do you know it was almost a sneaky way? Well, I will show you in the upcoming portion of this video that the young student that she actually recorded came out on her friend's TikTok explaining the situation, so stay tuned for that. But you're telling me that you had the ability to get this into an edit, do the voiceover, watch the video however many times over it is that you did before posting it, and thought to yourself, oh hell yeah, this is that fuego, this is that fire, this is gonna give me all those likes and comments and views. You made a voiceover calling a young female student, somebody who isn't even that much younger than you, considering you're 24 and you were working at a high school.
It's no way that I would have posted it. I wasn't thinking inappropriate. So when you say that I said something inappropriate, it wasn't in a way that you assumed it because I wasn't even thinking that way from the jump. But I truly, sincerely to the bottom of my heart, I do apologize to all of the parents and students at Lake Carmine. I actually loved you guys' school. I would have loved to work there. Like, I know you guys have mischaracterized me, but I am a great person. Like, I am a great person. Aside from the tattoos, I am an excellent person. I do apologize once again. I absolutely meant no harm. I absolutely didn't. Again, and I just want you guys to, give me some grace. This is my first time subbing ever. You see, I'm a content creator. This is my first time subbing. I was trying something new, trying to give back to the kids, which I would have loved to do. I enjoyed myself the time I was there, but
the amount of times that you talk about being a content creator and being miscategorized. You guys, listen, you've miscategorized me. I'm a content creator, okay? You're taking this way out of proportion. I'm a content creator. Yes, my slang is different. I'm a content creator. Yes, I did a voiceover calling that young freaking child a goddamn shorty, but I'm a content creator. Yes, I said the kids are gonna try and take me down, but I'm a content creator. Content. Bitch, you're an idiot. That's what you are. You're an idiot. You create idiocity in the freaking world. That's not even a goddamn word. I just created it because of, you know what? I'm a word creator now. You cannot sit there and say that you didn't do anything inappropriate. Did you not have the intentions of sexualizing this child? You know what? The world may never know. I don't know. But what I do know is that your fucking inappropriate language is what led to you being fired. You cannot get upset with the rest of the world for taking the terminology that they have grown up with, hearing it, and thinking to themselves that you're sexualizing this person. Because as of right now, I can't seriously think of a single time in my life where I've heard somebody refer to a female as a shorty and they did not have sexual intentions going forward. Now, following this situation, Miata Borders has given us some really interesting tweets. As you can see here, this person turns around and is replying to her saying, "You sexualized a teenager, gang. That's just as worse." To which she turns around and says, "Did I fuck her?" That's not the response you're looking for, sweetheart. The response should have been, "That was not my intention. That's not what I meant by that." Not, "Oh, did I fuck her?" Dude, she's literally a high school student. You are a 24-year-old fucking adult. And yes, I understand that even between 20 to 25, adults still have yet to go ahead and have a fully developed brain. Obviously, this person is a perfect fucking example of that. But you should not have the defense of, "Yeah, I might have sexualized her, but I didn't bone her. I didn't get it in with her." That is not the response you think it is, yes, sweetheart. Then you turn around, and because you're trying to make this GoFundMe get off the ground, you're talking to people saying all of these dumb things. Like here in this exchange, where you'd go ahead and tweet, someone changed the password to my Facebook days ago when I went viral. I only have TikTok and this Twitter. Like, people are doing everything in their power to fucking ruin my life. Yeah, that's kind of what happens. I'm sorry, is this like your intro to the internet? People, it catches like wildfire. Now, do you deserve the hate? I'm gonna be honest, for those inappropriate comments, I 100% believe you deserve all the criticism. But then you have this person here responding to you saying, bro, I would just deactivate everything. And your response isn't, oh, I need to get my message out there. No. Your response is, social media is keeping me fed right now. Send money or just leave me alone, bitch. Your response to criticism is, hey, pay me or fuck off. That's literally what your response is. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, why should we be paying you? You fucked up your own life. You screwed up your own world. Like, that's nobody else's fault but yours. I don't need to open my wallet because you decided to say some outlandish shit about a bunch of high schoolers in an effort to become TikTok famous. And to top it all off, ladies and gentlemen, you'll never guess what her next revenue source she is considering, or at least has gone ahead and said she is doing. Because on October 31st, just one day ago, she posted, OnlyFans dropping soon, 100. For the kids. Gotta post that OF for the kids, bro. That's how she's gonna give back to her community. She's gonna start doing OF. Fucking moron. Now, to top it all off, there are some incredibly sick individuals in this world. I'm not saying that Miata is one of them, but some of the people have been commenting, talking about how the fucking high school child is somehow responsible for this Studstitute teacher getting fired. No. Don't turn around. Don't think to yourself, Kmplxity, there's absolutely no fucking way that happened. I mean, she's a fucking adult. This is a goddamn child being recorded without her consent and having sexualized commentary about this person. There's no way a fucking adult would be able to turn around and say that somehow magically it was the fucking child's responsibility to not be looking at a goddamn 24-year-old. Oh, but you're wrong. You're very, very, very wrong. Because in the video coming up, the young student Kamara explains exactly that there are fucking people, psychotic individuals, claiming and harassing her, claiming the fact that it was her fault because she was looking at the teacher.
Good kids trying to take me down.
Everybody has seen this video everywhere, and if you haven't, just go watch it. So there was this substitute teacher at our school that made a really weird comment to one of my friends. The comments on that video are talking about how it's her fault because she was staring. Posting this on my account because I have a bigger following and she wants to talk about it. So here's my friend Kamara.
So I'm Kamara. I keep getting bullied for no reason. It was a comment that she posted on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And my mom actually, my mom knows about this. Why everybody be like, I'm grown for looking at a grown woman. But if somebody was recording you from like right here, looking at you, you're going to look at them, apparently. Like it's like common sense to look. The second thing is, I am not grown. There was a lot of comments made that I'm grown. The second thing is, I am not the reason she got fired. She was the reason she got herself fired. You gotta know that the whole school saw it. Every coach, every teacher, everybody saw the video. She posted on every platform that she has, so it's not even I told. Third, our volleyball team went to state, and I'm on a cheer team. Walking around the school when they had like a mini parade. So it's a lot of cameras in your face because everybody's recording you. If she had her camera like this, okay, I smile. But she had her camera like she wanted to talk about somebody. So I'm getting bullied by so many grown people that they don't have nothing to do with it. Like, I was looking like, look, and then look, they're still talking. Look at this. Do you not see this? You know I'm supposed to record students after they're sent. Her apologies, some teachers record students.
To ask for consent.
Yeah, it's common sense. She didn't ask for consent. She walked around the whole school recording kids. I'm not even bashing her about it, but it's just the simple fact that y'all blaming me for what happened and I didn't even do anything.
We're not even trying to be mean towards the sub, because sub may have not meant it in a weird way, but it was just taken weirdly. Actually calling her the things she called her, getting pedophile. She made an apology video, and her apology video was good. If you're gonna make an apology video about a video that you messed up about, why aren't you taking it down? And I think the reason that she is not taking it down is because she is so worried about the likes.
Yeah. But she said that every student was around her and we knew her. Nobody knew her. The reason I know her is because I have a job. I'm not gonna say where I work at every year. I have a job and she be at my job. I said I was staring at her like I wanted her.
I've seen that person before. I've never heard about her.
No.
She has a lot of followers.
And literally, she stopped harassing me on the internet for something I did not even do. I did not get her fired. I did not look at her in a sexual way, whatever y'all say. I didn't do anything. I don't think I was doing is being a child.
Peace out, guys. Justice for Kamira. Stop bullying Kamira. hashtag stop bullying Kamira.
So there you have it. Multiple students turning around and saying that nobody knew who in the world this person was, and the fact that she only knew of this substitute simply because she would come into her job every once in a while. Now, I don't have any proof of this person being a PDF, but I mean, the proof is there that she did turn around and say some inappropriate things about students and has justifiably been fired. So what is it for her next? Is she gonna go ahead and turn around and do OnlyFans, you know, for the kids? Or is she gonna learn from this, get off social media, and rebuild her life? Only time will tell exactly what happens. I've been Kmplxity with a lasting opinion. Leave your comment down below and let me know exactly what you guys think about all of this.
From zero to hero we rise up.